fans, comic geeks, and all nerds in between. My name is Megan, and I am here with another character breakdown today. And it is a character that I think is just not talked about enough, and I would really like to see more of him. This is Blue Marvel. Adam Brashear, aka Blue Marvel, first appeared in Adam, Legend of the Blue Marvel, #1 in November of 2008, and was created by Chris Grivo and Matt Broom. Adam Brashear grew up in Chicago and was basically a genius from the start, and it didn't take long for people to realize that he was some kind of child prodigy. He went on to Cornell, where he played fullback in football and graduated magna cum laude. On top of that, he earned PhDs in both electrical engineering and theoretical physics. So, to put it plainly, he was the man. He served in the Korean War as a U.S. Marine and highly decorated, earning 2 Silver Stars. During this time in the military, he met Connor Sims, who would later become Anti-Man. After the war, Adam led a major scientific project called Project Pegasus to harness antimatter using something called the negative reactor. The idea was to create a bridge between the negative zone and our universe, giving access to a near infinite source of clean energy. But things went terribly wrong, as they tend to do, and the reactor exploded, exposing both Adam and Connor to an unstable antimatter radiation. Sims basically turned into pure energy, while Adam became kind of a living, stable antimatter reactor with superhuman powers. After that, Adam was known as the Blue Marvel. Before we move forward, what exactly are Blue Marvel's powers, you ask? I'm glad you asked, because I have the answers for you. Blue Marvel has super strength. He has nigh invulnerability, which means Blue Marvel is insanely tough, and he once held a hydrogen bomb as it exploded in his hands, and he did not even flinch. He's also taken hits from a stacked group of heavy hitters like Miss Marvel, Ares, Iron Man, Wonder Man, and the Sentry, and kept going. On top of that, he can survive out in space with no problem and even walk away from a nuclear explosion completely cool, completely unharmed. He has antimatter manipulation, energy manipulation, which includes energy constructs, concussive force bolts, energy pulse, energy infusion, telekinesis, matter manipulation, and flight. Infinite longevity. Basically, he is immortal and never ages and won't die unless he's killed. Enhanced mental perception. Blue Marvel's mind works on a whole different level than a normal human's. He can pick up and understand things across sensory ranges most people can't even perceive. At one point, Superior Spider-Man basically compared him to his own built-in electron microscope. He could literally see into spectrums, who is Monica Rambeau, damage energy form and fix what Proxima did. Later on, he even used one of his inventions to push his awareness even further and uncover stuff as wild as the imprisonment of a conceptual being. Basically, he is incredibly powerful, very much overpowered. He is considered to be an alpha-level threat, and once knocked out the Ultimates universe of the Hulk in just one punch, which is random, but I feel like it's worth mentioning. In 1962, Adam was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President John F. Kennedy, but in the same day, he was asked to retire. As the Blue Marvel, he had been operating behind a full-face helmet, but once it was damaged in battle, people discovered that he was a black man. At that time, that sparked massive controversy because the citizens were too ignorant and too racist to accept a black superhero, and the government pressured him to step down. Reluctantly, he agreed, which is sad. Later on, Adam studied a mysterious being called the Infinite, which tried more than once to manifest on Earth. He eventually returned for one last mission, defeating a powerful alien threat and stopping an invasion. After that, the government faked his death and kept tabs on him through an agent named Marlene Frazier, who eventually became his wife, and they had 3 kids together, so Marlene is either really, really good at her job or really, really bad at it. Adam also settled into a quieter life as a tenured physics professor at the University of Maryland. Back in the early 70s, he briefly joined an early version of the Mighty Avengers. The team came together while investigating a supernatural murder and ended up taking down a group called the Death Walkers before going their separate ways. Years later, when the Infinite tried to manifest again in 1998, Adam and his son Kevin stopped it by using the antimatter tech, realizing that if it fully appeared, it could have destroyed Earth. Things got personal when Connor Sims returned as the Anti-Man, now unstable and dangerously obsessed with wiping out racism, even if it meant destroying humanity. His heart was in the right place. but he was just a little too bananas for the mission. After he defeated the Avengers, Adam teamed up with Tony Stark and Reed Richards to stop him. Their final battle was brutal, and Adam ultimately sacrificed himself to neutralize Connor's antimatter energy. But that wasn't the end, because Adam eventually came back and returned to superhero work. He teamed up with major heroes, helped take down powerful threats, and even worked with cosmic entities like Watu the Watcher. One time, he helped stop an interdimensional crisis involving his own son, Max, who had tried to open a portal to rescue Adam's oldest son, Kevin, from the neutral zone. Adam continued balancing science and hero work, often operating out of his underwater base, Kadesh. He later joined teams like the Ultimates, pushing for smarter, less violent approaches to global threats. Over the time, he also developed a relationship with Monica Rambeau. He faced everything from alternate realities and black hole disasters to cosmic-level threats involving beings like Eternity and the Beyonders. Even after the death of Doctor Strange, Adam was pulled into the new Defenders team, traveling beyond the multiverse itself. There, he questioned even the highest cosmic powers, showing that no matter how far things went, he never stopped thinking like a scientist. Overall, Adam Brashear, or Blue Marvel's story, is a mix of brilliance, sacrifice, navigating both human and cosmic level challenges. As a scientist, a veteran, and a superhero, Dr. Adam Brashear is a man of many talents, but lived with the hardship of being black in a world that only saw him as that. But that never stopped him from doing what he felt was right and what the right thing for the world would be, because that's what a hero does. So that is Blue Marvel. That is Adam Brashear. Like I said, I don't think he's talked about enough, and I hope we actually get more of him in the comics. He was in the Ultimates, but I'd really like to see more of him. Like, why not a Blue Marvel comic run, a solo? That would be cool. I think it'd be fun. So yeah, I hope you liked this episode. I hope you learned something, and I hope you will like and subscribe. So with that being said, have a marvelous day.